And it's easy to say, yeah, cool, good things take time, but I want good things now. Can I get it faster? Isn't there a better way? Isn't there a magic guru hack that I can get the good stuff faster? No, there isn't.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hey, welcome to episode number 3 of the You Don't Have Cakes podcast. And episode number 3, I'm super excited about because the third time is a charm. And, that's a good thing, right? It's a saying. But realistically, I am just in the middle of the grind right now in the process, and it's fun. And if you don't love it, we're going to address that. But what I really want to talk about in this episode is the process, because it's a thing that we all kind of want to skip. I get it. It's uncomfortable. We're impatient. We kind of want everything. We want the magic pill. We want the Amazon Prime delivery to show up on our doorstep in 2 hours, right? Everyone wants everything and they want it fast because time is valuable, and I get that. But what we miss out on is the fact that good things take time. Again, I know that's just a saying, right? Like third time's a charm. It's just a saying. And it's easy to say, yeah, cool, good things take time, but I want good things now. Can I get it faster? Isn't there a better way? Isn't there a magic guru hack that I can get the good stuff faster? No, there isn't. And, there's a good reason why. Is because truly good things do take time. Okay, it takes time to build properly. It takes time for things to work together for your benefit. And yeah, it's possible to get things faster. Okay, but what winds up happening inevitably, and I've seen this over and over and over again, is what happens when things are built too fast is they miss a lot of important steps in the process. So if you are looking to grow your business super fast, right, and you want to go out and you're going to go get instantly famous on TikTok and you're going to get 5,000 orders tomorrow. Sounds great, right? You want to be able to grow your business super fast, but what's really going to happen here is you get those 5,000 orders, your business falls apart. Okay? Yeah, your business grew super fast. You don't have the customer service in place. You don't have the inventory in place. You don't have the cash flow in place. Things go bad fast. Okay? That slow growth is really what you want to do because, yeah, I know it's not as fun. It sounds glorious. It's not as sexy of a topic. But when you can build it properly, okay, you can build it up. Instead of going from 5 sales to 5,000, you go from 5 to 25, 25 to 100, 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, okay? And you make these incremental steps over the course of weeks and months. Yes, I get it. It sucks. So we want everything. We want it now. But what winds up happening is you build a better system in the process, okay? So on the road to growing to that larger number, and this, yes, we're talking about business, but this really applies to literally anything, okay? Because I have examples of this in my life from my fish tank, my front lawn, okay? A lot of these things take time. Jim, what the heck are you talking about? Why am I listening to you talk about your fish tank and your front lawn? Okay, here's some examples for you. You want to have a nice green front lawn, beautiful grass, okay? It takes time to grow. Okay, there's a lot of steps involved. I can't just go out and magically all of a sudden all the weeds will go away, the grass will grow full and strong. It takes time for the seeds to root. Okay, it takes time to get rid of the weeds. It takes time for the water to get down into the soil. It takes time for the grass to spread. Okay, those things take time. If you want to have a beautiful lawn, you know what you got to do? You got to water it often. You got to cut it often. You got to pick the weeds out. And you're going to make incremental changes. It's going to look better now than it did 3 months ago if you've worked on it every day or every couple days. But if you keep doing that, your lawn's going to look great next year, the year after, even better in 5 years. But it takes commitment and discipline and time. Okay, there is no magic pill you're going to be able to say, hey, look, instantly my lawn is great. Okay, yeah, there's shortcuts. You can go pay someone a whole bunch of money and have them rip out all of your grass and put down sod. Okay, sure. That can get you a good looking lawn instantly. But maybe you don't know. What happens a lot of times when people sod their lawn? Dead spots. That sod doesn't take. Okay, because you're taking something from its natural environment and forcing it to go live somewhere else. Okay, that sod didn't grow on your front lawn, it grew on a sod farm. You're taking it out and putting it in a different place and saying, here, magic pill, make it work. Like, it's not the way. In every example I've ever seen, things that happen way too fast go just as fast back down. Okay, and it's going to give you experience. It's going to give you a good life lesson to go back and do it again better the next time. But the ups and downs, when they are that dramatic, hurt really bad. So what I want to really talk about here, and what I want to just convey, is you got to fall in love with the process. Right? You have to fall in love with doing the small things, doing them well, and understanding that it's gonna take time. Right? Baking a cake. I'm just gonna break this down into as many examples as I can. You want to bake a cake, okay? What happens when you put the flour and the eggs and the oil in the bowl and you mix it up? Do you have a cake yet? No, you gotta put it in the oven and wait. You're gonna wait 20 minutes, half an hour for that cake to bake. It's a process, okay? Just because you have the ingredients doesn't mean you can eat it right away. Let's go further. Bake a cake at 350 degrees, okay? It's gonna take you 20 minutes. Some weird examples in this podcast, man. What happens if you turn the temperature up to 600 degrees? You want it faster, right? It's going to burn. You're not just going to be able to cook it in half the time and get faster results. You're going to throw it out because it's going to suck. Okay? There's so many examples of this in your life that you are just blind to because you want what you want and you want it now. And you think you're magical somehow and you can just shortcut the system, do something other people can't. Okay? Yes, you are special in different ways. You can achieve a lot of things. Don't want you to forget that. But you cannot shortcut the process. Okay, when you do, life is going to smack you back down and it's going to suck. And you're going to get defeated feeling. You're going to be like, man, why did I even try this? It doesn't work, I give up. Ultimately, what you need to realize is you tried to cheat the system. The system said, nah, not today. And you got caught. Okay? It happens in business. It happens in relationships. You get a relationship, okay? You go out on a date with somebody and you propose to them the next day. You get married. You move in together. All of a sudden you find out they brush their teeth with hot water. Call it off, man. It's over. Non-negotiable. Please don't ever brush your teeth with hot water. Don't tell me you do. My point is, you want to build a strong relationship, you got to do it slow. It's going to take time. You got to learn each other's ins and outs. Okay? Honestly, if you brush your teeth with hot water, but we could work through it. Okay? What I really mean by all that is, you take time to learn the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, and how everything works. Okay? And I know, again, I am jumping through some weird examples in this one. What I'm trying to explain to you is there are so many different things in your life that have taught you patience, trust the process. And yet continually I see over and over again, people are like, oh, hey, can I just set up a website tomorrow and spend a whole bunch of money on ads and make a bunch of money and have a business? No, you can't. Okay, could you make some money? Yeah, sure, but it's not a business. There's no process there. Okay, you have not figured out how to do this reliably. You haven't figured out how to serve your customers. You haven't figured out how to do it at scale. Again, I've seen this example this week alone 3 different times with businesses who are making more than $1 million per month. They grew. They tried to grow too fast. They tried to just throw people at the problem, throw money at the problem. Okay, I'm going to go hire this consultant, and I'm going to go spend X amount of money on ads, and I'm going to build out a bigger team of people to just solve everything. Okay? They failed. They've gotten to a point now where they realize, hey, this thing which was working, right? I was making money on it. The market changed. There is no process, right? Because you didn't go through the process to build a business and scale it in a smart way. You found a thing that worked. You made a bunch of money. And then that thing changed. So your business, all the people that you hired, now crumble. Okay? That nice new house that you bought, you can't pay for. Because money is not coming in anymore. You cannot shortcut the process. The process is where the promises are formed. Okay? I want you to remember that. The process is where the promises are. In the process, and this does not matter whether we're talking about with yourself, with relationships, with business, you name it. Okay? The process is where you're going to build your promise. What you're promising yourself, okay? You want to be a professional fighter. Can you go watch a 10-minute YouTube video and try and just learn the magic tricks and then go fight tomorrow? You're going to get your butt kicked. Okay? But what happens is if you continually train for 15 years and you go to your classes and you fight and you improve and you get your butt kicked, you learn how to go back tomorrow, do it a little bit better. Over time, you build up skill, you build up discipline, you build up tolerance, okay? And then when you go do your eventual competition in 10 years from when you started, you've got it mastered, okay? You spent the time in the process. That's where you need to be in the process. Okay, again, I know there's some weird examples going on here, and I'm a little all over the place, but I cannot stress how important this is enough, because these examples are coming from real things that I've seen in the past 4 days. Okay? These examples that I've all given you so far are real life things that I have seen in conversations I've had in the past 4 days with people. Things take time. Yes, there are ways to speed it up. Yes, there are ways to do it better, smarter, more efficiently. Okay, but you can't magically shortcut the process. The magic pill solution, the go hire a guru and they're going to tell you, 15 different ways to make a side hustle. It's going to give you $40,000 an hour overnight while you sleep tomorrow. It does not work that way. Are there examples of people who've built a business that way? Sure. Are there people who are able to do it magically, luckily? Sure. Is it reliable? No. Is it going to work for you? Probably not. But is it a risk that you want to take? Maybe you're an 18-year-old kid and you've got some money to burn. Sure, go for it. You're young. You can risk that. Okay? But do not expect it to be a legitimate business. If you happen to grow it into one, awesome. I'm proud of you for doing that. But you cannot just turn on an ad on Instagram, scale up to 1,000 customers a day, and say you have a business. You need to fail. You need to go through the process. Because what's going to happen is something's going to go awry. It always does. Okay? Your account's going to get banned. Product's going to go out of stock. A customer's going to sue you. What do? You get sick. Okay? What happens? God forbid, I don't want you to get sick. I don't want you to get sued. I don't want your account to get shut down. But what I want you to understand is you need to go through the process in order to build a better system. Okay, you need to go from 1 to 10, from 10 to 50, from 50 to 100. Because each one of those different levels is going to teach you something else about yourself, about the business, about how to grow it. Each level is going to get you to the next. But it's going to require a different version of you. Okay, and that's a very serious thing. If you take keys to a car and you give them to a 10-year-old kid, what do you think is going to happen? Odds are they're going to crash. Okay, they're not ready for that yet. How about a 20-year-old kid? Better odds, right? They've gone through driver's ed. They've learned. They're a little bit more responsible. They went through the process. Again, weird example, real life. People do dumb things all the time. We don't like to consider ourselves as ever making mistakes because it makes us feel bad. We don't want to feel like we're stupid. Okay? So you never want to make a mistake, because a mistake is, ooh, it's a bad thing. You're so stupid. Now, let me tell you something. Mistakes are only mistakes when you repeat them. Otherwise, it's a lesson you learned. Okay? It's just a thing that you tried that didn't work out the way you expected it to, and it gave you a lesson. So if you go and you try something and it fails, you take a lesson from that. If you go try the same thing again and you fail again, that was a mistake. You should have done it the second time. You should have learned what didn't work and done it better. Okay? And even if you fail again, you better have done it a different way. Right? Like Edison said when he was inventing the light bulb, he didn't fail, he just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Okay, that's what you need to do in the process. If you try and shortcut it, you're shortcutting yourself. Okay, and again, I know we all want things to be done fast. We all want, to be able to have the money, the car, the lifestyle, the success, the relationships, the whatever it is that you want. Okay, there is no shortcut to it. It's going to take time. It's going to suck along the process. Again, man, like I talked about in the last episode number 2. Okay? Episode number 2 of this podcast. Definitely not as good as this one. Okay? Episode number 4 will be better than this one. And I promise you, episode number 400 will be even better. Okay? Because each one is going to take something that I've learned and improve upon it. Hey, did the cover art suck? Was the audio bad? Was the angle off? Were the lights different? Each one will improve. If I just went and published a podcast and it was instantly successful because I happened to go viral and I hit a TikTok trend, what will I have learned? I'm going to go try and do it again, and I happen to not hit that trend. I'm going to fall flat on my face. I didn't learn anything. I didn't go through the process of trying something new, failing, changing, trying again a little bit smarter. You have to go through the process. Again, this is the same in your relationships. It's the same in cutting your grass. Okay? The things that you want are going to take time. If you are disciplined, if you are committed, you surround yourself with the right people, you'll get there. I promise you that you will. But you have to understand it's going to take time. And that time is not punishment. Okay, that's preparation. The wait is not punishment, it is preparation. Remember that. You are being prepared to receive the thing that you want. If you're a 10-year-old kid and I give you the keys to the car, yeah, you want them. Cool. Well, what's going to happen? You might kill yourself in the process. Right? Knock on wood, I hope that you don't. But you got to be prepared for the thing that you're asking for. And the only way to get prepared is to go through the process. So that's what I want you to understand, and that's what I'm really trying to drive home here. The process is what's going to prepare you for the thing that you're asking for. Okay, you've heard plenty of stories of people who won the lottery, lost all the money. Why? They weren't prepared. No one prepared them to live a lifestyle that, all right, cool, now literally yesterday, someone won $1.4 billion. What do you think would happen if someone handed you $1 billion tomorrow? Do you think that you're going to have the knowledge and the mindset to be able to grow and multiply it? The average person, no. They're going to say, oh, cool, let me go pay off all my bills, buy a really cool car, buy a house, pay for my friend's stuff, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's gone. How many stories have been like that? I'm sure you can go Google it and there's probably a stat somewhere, but it's a large number because they were not prepared for the blessing that they received. Okay, instead, the people who come up in the process, who build a business, who go invest in real estate, who go do whatever else that they do to build their wealth, they've learned along the way what works, what doesn't work, their relationship with it. Okay, but those are things that I can't tell you, right? I can steer you in the direction. I can't do it for you. You have to go through the process to be prepared. So much as I would love to just say, hey, random person listening to this, here's a business, okay? Can I jump in and help you grow it and run some ads, increase your conversion rate, and make it better? Yes. What's going to happen? If you do not also put in the work to grow the fulfillment, the management, the leadership, okay, you're going to fall apart. Everything takes time and it's a process. Process. I want you to understand how important the process is. Okay, now, and I really need you to fall in love with it. Because the process is where you're going to spend all of your time. All of it. Because eventually you're going to get the thing that you've been preparing for. And then what? What's next? Stop living, stop doing something else. You're always going to be in the process. And when you can learn to really enjoy the process, enjoy building and growing and failing and learning and retrying again, when you can enjoy the process of what it is you're trying to do, you will find the joy. Okay, because the joy is not in achieving. The joy is in the hunt. It's in going to learn, to do the thing. Right? It's not in the car. Okay, it's not in the bank account. And I tell you this because I've been down this road. Okay, I chased the car, the bank account, the house. Like I've done that. I've gotten the thing. And guess what? Nothing. It changed nothing. What it did was it got me in a position where I was in the worst health of my life. My relationship with my kids was non-existent. With my wife, non-existent. My friends, non-existent. Myself, I don't even know who I was. Okay? Yeah, I had money. I had a nice car. I had a nice house. Like, cool, great, awesome. Proud of you. But what? Your car, your house, your money could be gone tomorrow. Who you are can't be. You, when you invest in yourself and in the course of the process of becoming that person, learn who you are. When you learn your identity, when you build your self-confidence, nobody can take that away from you. That is who you are. But you have to go through the process to get that. Okay? You have to learn who you are by going through it, by experimenting, by trying different things, by being bold and courageous. But if you're afraid to do that, or you just think that you can just throw some ads at something and then hope for the best, you're never going to learn who you are. That's the crime here. Because when you ultimately know who you are, you're good. You're good. That's what you need to do, is find out who you are. Having the self-confidence to understand who you are, what you're called to do, what your purpose is in life. Why are you here? Why are you on this planet? Do you know yet? Most people know. I have a pretty good idea, but I'm sure it's going to change over time. As I get closer and closer to it, as I continue walking that out, I'll learn more. It's not something someone can just give to you. You need to go through the process to find that out. And when you do, when you build the identity and the self-confidence, and your life is so much easier. You're not worried about opinions of other people. You're not worried about what other people think or what other people are doing, what other people are achieving. If you're failing or succeeding, because you know who you are. And you can't take that away from you. No one can repossess your self-confidence. No one can steal your identity. I mean, like, yeah, in the credit scenario they can, but that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, who you are as a real person. Okay? That's a thing that you build yourself in the process. You have to go through the process. So I understand that being patient isn't always fun. Right? We want to be able to shortcut the process and just get to the thing. We want it all. Right? I get it. I agree. I love it. I want it now. That's not the right way. Okay, you have to understand the process is what is going to prepare you for the blessing you're asking for. Keep that in mind. Please know that I love you and I support you in any way that I possibly can. If you have questions, please reach out. I'd love to talk to you more about this. And we'll keep moving forward. Enjoy the process.